it's a dog or a cat. So it's called as something like image classification. And coming to the next one, where as of 2016, where huge amount of development has happened in artificial intelligence, where we talk about machine translation. So where it is almost catching up to the human performance, and it is trying to be as equivalent to human beings, coming to the development process or whatever it is. So these were some of the milestones which were taken up by artificial intelligence. So in 1943, so here you can see this Walter and Pitts and Warren McCullough proved that logical operations like and, or not can be done by neurons connected in a network. So next, 1956 is where the term artificial intelligence was first appeared. Then in 1958, they tried to find out some neuronal networks, perceptrons, which can detect the signals. And in 1974, there is initiation of first AI winter. And 1986, Geoffrey Hinton promoted back propagation algorithm designs and initiation of AI winters in 1987. So coming to all these things in the 1940s to 2000s, these were all the development stages. That's the milestones which occurred in artificial intelligence. Then coming to 2013, where Google carried out efficient research on pictures by utilizing the British technology. And in 2016, in this year, the Go champion Lee Sedol was defeated by Google DeepMind, which is the major stakeholders for artificial intelligence in the pharmaceutical industry, and the software called as AlphaGo. So this was something. These were the milestones which were created for artificial intelligence. Just a brief on it. And here in my next slide, you can see that from 1990 to 2022, what were the developments which took place with the help of the pharmaceutical companies and the AI machine learning bots and other companies which try to integrate with the pharmaceutical companies to make better things, right, better applications towards pharmaceutical industries. So in 2012, where they found out deep learning techniques, then in 2015, all the other neuronal networks have been found out. And the major breakthrough here is 2018 and 19, where different companies like Google, DeepMind, In Silico Medicine, Deep Genomics, Helix, all spoke about something called as AlphaGo moment. So in pharma, it's a practical validation in drug design, biotech, and research and development. Coming to 2020-21, Exintia and Rovant companies, they created something called as mature technologies. So strategic competition for AI startups, a rising wave of investments, and machine learning techniques were learned. And now we are in 2022-23. They see, as you can see the graph, where it is exponentially growing. So here 2022-23, widespread adoption of AI in pharma, VR, digital twin, automated data analysis, prioritization of AI in our research and development. So these were some of the major milestones when we come about artificial intelligence. So coming to the introduction, what is artificial intelligence? So mainly it is nothing but it's a stream of science related to intelligent machine learning, mainly intelligent computer programs, which provides results in the similar way to human attention process. So mainly it is something which is capable where humans also can do. It's a machine learning. So this process generally comprises of obtaining data, developing efficient systems for the uses of obtained data, illustrating definite or approximate conclusions and self-corrections or adjustments. And next one is AI technology is exercised to perform more accurate analysis as well as to attain useful interpretation. So this is what the introduction tells about. So mainly what it tells is the artificial intelligence is a basis of computer aided technique where we try to fasten our process, the whatever process is there in the pharmaceutical companies like drug design, research and development, and other applications which I'll be dealing in my later slides. So I'll be just briefing what is artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is divided into type 1 and type 2. So I'm not a technical person. I don't know that much about artificial intelligence in technical aspects, but somewhat to go to the topic per se, I want to tell the basics of artificial intelligence. So coming to this type 1 and type 2, where you have different types, that is artificial narrow intelligence, general intelligence, and super intelligence. Then reactive machines, limited memory, theory of mind, and self-awareness. So these are the two types of artificial intelligence. So how is AI used in our, basically how it is used is artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning. So here you can see what is artificial intelligence is to incorporate human behavior and intelligence to machines or systems. Then machine learning is something which is deeper, where we try to take the algorithms and try to build up data which causes algorithms and set of data where we can mine the data and we can get to know what is required from our particular data set. Then deep learning are something which is deep, which is having neural networks which has integrative towards all the three, artificial intelligence and machine learning, where it is computation through multi-layer neural networks and processing. So here you can see that traditional machine learning and deep learning. So as I mentioned, see, machine learning takes little more steps, where you give the raw input to the computer. There will be feature engineering, then there will be feature, then there will be traditional machine learning classifier, and then there will be an output. But deep learning is much better and much integrative, and it goes for real data sets, where the raw input will go for DNN based representation learning, and then it goes for the output. So some of the techniques in AI, where we discuss about how this AI is being transformed in this, and this is how the machine learning, this is called natural language processing, automation and robotics, and machine vision. So these are the different techniques where we try to apply all these techniques to pharmaceutical industry and try to build up what is required. So basically this is what is methods which is in AI, where you have supervised learning and unsupervised learning. So you get a data set, goal, and an example. So here just an example given, where we have a, for supervised learning we have a target column, and make predictions for the goal and fraud detection. So mainly for fraud detection, there is a supervised learning will be there. But for unsupervised learning, where there is raw data and not much of a proper required things to be taken care of, so that is unsupervised. So mainly supervised learning is used in clinical trials. So to learn, to know the exact thing about what is required and what is not required. And unsupervised learning, it can go in a natural process, where the entire data set in the country or the worldwide will be taken care of, and then it will be put. So you see here just a small example given here about deep learning. So this is classical machine learning. So here you can see that the face of a person, where there is, it tries to, deep learning technique, machine learning will try to detect, that is called as image classification, where there is feature detection, and then there is machine learning classifier algorithm, and then it tells this person's name is Arjun. So the data set is being already put into the computer and it is trying to find out. So coming to deep learning, not much of a image classifier is required. So directly the face is being recognized in the neural network, and then it is being told as the person's name is Arjun or whoever. Like normal, it's just a normal illustration which I'm giving to make you understand. So I'll be dealing with topic per se, that is applications of AI in pharmaceutical industry. So as we all know, the research and development in pharmaceutical industry is the most given awaited uh, things about research and development in the industry, where we talk about the other research of new drugs, research of new chemical entities, then lead optimization, target validation throughout the drug discovery process, from preclinical stage and clinical stage, everything. So mainly pharma companies, they try to take this advanced machine learning algorithms and AI powered tools to streamline the drug discovery process. So these intelligent tools are designed to identify intricate patterns in large data sets and solve challenges associated with complicated biological networks, and studying the patterns of various diseases and recognizing which drug compositions would be best suited for treating specific traits of a particular disease. So see here in this, mainly we talk about target validation, biological target identification, then we try to find out new chemical entities, then specific traits of a particular disease. All that is being taken care of with the help of these machine learning algorithms. So here you can see, I guess the picture is not that clear, but still I'll be telling you what exactly this is. So this is a biopharma trend, which is a website where they talk about component analyzing in artificial intelligence in drug discovery, then how they feed the reports, then comparison, then visualization of the particular clinical trials or whatever the stages of research is going on, then the trends and the projects. So here you can see there's a graph where it shows from 2008 to 2029, where you can see there is exponential growth in the trend, where the number of companies are trying to increase for, and they're trying to give more budget towards artificial intelligence and trying to discover more new drugs and in a faster way and an effective way. So here are some of the algorithms which have been put up in this trend, where the biopharma, all the companies are taken care of, and this is a landscape of artificial intelligence in pharmaceutical R&D. So here also in this graph you can see there is a growth, exponential growth in this also. So coming to the second one is the drug development. So mainly the most common thing which is done in the industry, where the BA/B studies are done and preclinical clinical trials are done, and all the phase 0, phase 1 trials, everything which are done from phase 0 to phase 4 trials, where we try to develop the new drug and try to get a FDA approval. So normally they say in a MIT study, only around 13.8% of the drugs are successful in passing clinical trials. And to top that, normally a pharma company has to shell out 161 millions to 2 billion US dollars for a drug to get through the complete process of clinical trial and get a FDA approval. And pharma companies are increasingly adopting artificial intelligence to improve the success rate of new drugs and create more affordable drugs and therapies, and most importantly to reduce the operational costs. So to improve the success rate and to reduce the risk, normally if you want to run a pharma company, you need to have you will have a lot of risk to, there'll be increased amount of risk to develop a drug or to develop any other product. So for that, this artificial intelligence is going to help to reduce the risk and to know whether whether this thing is going to work or not. So it is going to tell whether it will be effective or not, whether it is going to be effective for the particular disease condition or the particular biological target which is going to act, not only a drug, any chemical entity. So here you can see in this diagram where there is something like, there is drug discovery, drug trials, and drug approval. So now we need to understand the pathway or finding the molecular target. So that is the basic funda to know. With the help of artificial intelligence, we try to find out the target with the help of hit identification and lead synthesis of drug-like compounds before the drug discovery is done. That is where artificial intelligence can be used. And predicting the mode of action of compound polypharmacology. So from drug discovery to the drug trials, up to the phase 3, phase 4 trials, we can know what exactly it is going to run through, and from the drug trials to the drug approval. So there also we can select the population for clinical trials with the help of machine learning algorithms, and for drug approval, and also in the phenomenon called as drug repurposing or drug reprofiling, where we try to give drugs to the patients, or for an unindicated condition where we give the drug which is already approved for another condition. So that also can be found out with the help of artificial intelligence. So basically the funda is it's effective throughout the drug discovery process or the drug development. So it is that important. Now it is extensively it is going to be used, and now drug pharma companies from the past 2 or 3 years, they are trying to increase the amount of usage of artificial intelligence, and many companies are coming forward, and the recent trends are really wonderful, which I'll be dealing later on. So here you can see here in this diagram also, there's something called as computer aided drug design. So with the help of artificial intelligence, you can do all types of work. Firstly, starting from the molecule selection, then we can go for de novo design, then optimization, where we try to find out the structure activity relationship, and then there's lead optimization, and then drug discovery, where we try to find out the library design and docking and scoring can be done, and target validation, compound identification and target validation, target identification, then screening of the compounds, then modeling, and the databases also can be stored in the AI tool. So small molecular databases, 3D structure databases can be kept, and molecular fragment databases are being taken care of. Then homology modeling, molecular modeling in this particular modeling part, and the screening. So the structure based, shape based, and the pharmacophore based screening of all the other drug compounds can be done with the help of this CADD, that is computer aided drug design. So very important, and it is going to be very helpful for the, and it is going to be very beneficial for the healthcare industry also. So we are trying to get a better drug than failing clinical trials, losing a lot of money before getting into the market. Only we are trying to lose, and it is having any adverse reactions, or which can be found out in phase 4. All the databases which can be kept there, and then it can be taken care of. So basically AI can be used everywhere in pharmaceutical companies or in the industry. And now also we can also find out related to disease prevention. That is one of the applications of AI, where pharma companies can use artificial intelligence to develop cure for both known diseases as well as unknown diseases, where like Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, and rare diseases, where we don't have much drugs to for the treatment, and we don't know how much, and it takes a lot of amount of money to build a drug, or get a drug to the market which is properly effective for these conditions. So mainly Alzheimer's, as we all know, many monoclonal antibodies are coming, the biologics are coming. Even for Parkinson's disease, different types of drugs are coming. So all that can be fastened, or it can be done. The process can be easily done and faster done and effectively done with the help of AI. And generally, pharmaceutical companies do not spend their time and resources on finding treatments for rare diseases, since the revenue is less. So as I told you, the prevalence of the disease is very less. So that's why the companies, they don't try to build a drug, or they don't waste that much amount of money for research over these things. So for that, the revenue will be less. Because of that, we need to have proper targets and proper drug which has to act on the particular disease, and it has to give a cure for that, or it can be preventing also. So basically Alzheimer's we have to prevent. There is no proper cure for the disease. So this is how we are going to help. This is how AI is going to help for this particular diseases. According to the global genes, nearly 95% of the rare diseases don't have FDA approved treatment or cures. So just see this, the statistics is so bad that 95% of the rare diseases don't have FDA approval of drugs. So we need to find more drugs, we need to get more drugs into the market, and we need to try to go into more orphan drugs or more amount of rare diseases where we try to get machine learning algorithms to get a particular target or a particular chemical entity. So the next, however, thanks to AI and machine learning innovative abilities, the scenario is rapidly changing for the better. So even for this right now, when we had COVID-19 pandemic, scientists started using AI for epidemic predictions also. One of the newer applications which is also helpful to know and to monitor and forecast epidemic outbreaks across the globe. And these technologies, they had to feed on the data gathered from disparate sources in the web and study the connections of various geological, environmental, and biological factors on the health of population of different geographical locations, and then they try to connect the dots between these factors and previous epidemic outbreaks. So what they try to do in this epidemic prediction is they take the previous data and then they take the natural data and they try to gather it together, they integrate it, and so that they find out whether this area is having epidemic or not, whether it has caused epidemic places or not. We are going to check that. See here, we can see that these are some of the red spots here. So where we try to find out what is the prevalence of the disease. See here, different. This is mainly what I've taken. This is COVID-19 pandemic. So this is how AI algorithms helped the scientists or the across the globe, the world, to know what is the exact amount of epidemic outbreak which has occurred in the particular countries or whatever. So this is the initial data, just showing India is less, but still this was taken very in the initial days of the pandemic, and they try to find out with the help of this AI machine learning algorithms. So where you can see the big chunk of epidemicity is here, and it is there near Ukraine, the Russia, the China, everywhere, and United States and Brazil, other places also. So later on, we got to know there are a lot of amount of applications towards AI, which can be run, which can be sat in the computer lab, or it can be done in a research lab where we try to find out different epidemicity of a particular disease. Not just COVID-19, we can do any other epidemic diseases or pandemic or other endemic diseases, which we can try to find out, so that we can try to build a drug target for the particular area, and we can try to increase the amount of detection of cases and reduction of the disease burden. So the next one is remote monitoring. So this is a new term where it's a breakthrough in the pharma and healthcare sectors. So these AI algorithms, they try to remotely monitor patients from life-threatening diseases. So we know that India is a diabetic capital. So at least 1 in 10 in India are having diabetes or hypertension or any other chronic diseases, heart failure patients, then heart-related comorbidities, then ischemic heart diseases, all types of chronic diseases or life-threatening diseases. They try to build the algorithms to remotely monitor the patients, and patients who are on pacemakers and any other devices which are being put, which are in situ in the body, which can be done with the help of this remote monitoring technique. So this company, that is Tencent Holdings, they invented something called as Medopad. So it's a Parkinson's disease detector, and reducing the time taken to perform a motor function assessment from 30 minutes to 3 minutes. So this one Medopad gave the amount of information to the artificial intelligence algorithms to know the assessment, to find out the motor function assessment and try to find out how much the degree of motor function has been reduced, or the motor function is increased from 30 minutes and up to 3 minutes also, particular to different treatments. I'll show you what exactly it is. And monitor the opening and closing motions of the hand of a patient from a remote location. See, normally patients who are in remote locations, they cannot come to the hospitals on a daily basis or a regular basis. So with the help of this and softwares where we can try to analyze them with the help of this remote monitoring, and we can do this particular application of AI, which is a very helpful tool for even the clinicians, even the physicians, whoever is treating the patients, and whoever is and mainly for the research in the companies can also be done, so that it gives a better healthcare benefit for the population. And also on detecting hand movements, the smartphone camera will capture it to determine the severity of the symptom. So everything now, see, everyone, wherever you go, even in the remote locations, everybody uses a smartphone. In this era where everybody is having smartphones and trying to enjoy the amount of features which we have in the smartphone. So this is one of the things which are used with the help of this camera, where we try to find out the severity of the symptoms in Parkinson's. So all this was taken care of this software that is called as Medopad. And frequency and amplitude of the movement will determine the severity score of the patient's condition. So thereby allowing doctors to change the drugs as well as the drug doses remotely. Even this also can be done. So if a patient is not responding properly for your treatment, immediately you can change the treatment or increase the dose, or even you can decrease the dose with the help of this remote patient monitoring. But what the thing about this is, the disadvantage right now is it's not completely developed. So it is in a starting moment. Maybe in down the lane around 5 to 10 years, it can be very helpful for the patients. So here you can see this. So patients who are having smartphones, weight analysis, BP, blood sugar levels, all the assessments can be done, and it can be kept in the cloud. So, and then the healthcare professional can see everything with the help of these AI algorithms. It tells the exact things, what is the status of the patient and what is the laboratory parameters which has to be checked, which has to be taken care of, and the other parameters, then clinical symptoms, the treatment outcome, the compliance of the drug, which all the things can be taken care of. And there will be some personal communication and visits also will be there, but it is directly connected to the healthcare professional. So all this is done with the help of this AI algorithms, which is being stored in this server or cloud. And then if there is any adjustments required, so as I told, disease requires any increase in the dose or decrease in the dose, stoppage of the treatment also, that time also it will be noted by the healthcare professional, and then the feedback can be given to the patient to do the needful, whether he wants to increase the dose or decrease the dose, or even if the patient is all right and for different conditions, he can stop the drug as well. Or also even if the treatment is not working, it will be helpful for changing the treatment option also. So this is how this remote patient monitoring is helping in the pharma industry. And coming to the next one, that is the manufacturing process. So as I told, AI algorithms are helping in increasing the productivity, improved efficiency, and faster production of life-saving drugs. So AI takes care of managing and improving all the aspects of manufacturing process, like quality control of the drug, then predictive maintenance, waste reduction, then design optimization, process automation. All this can be taken care of in the manufacturing process. And the supply chain management, the cold storage, if a drug or a vaccine is required for a cold storage, all that is being taken care of. After manufacturing it, when it is going for the storage, so even these AI algorithms can be fitted to the the equipments or the lab where the cold storage is there, to control the humidity, the moisture, the amount of temperature required for the storage of the medicines. So that is also very helpful, and it is going to increase the productivity also, and it is going to be efficient and faster. So as I told, it can replace time consuming conventional manufacturing techniques, thereby helping pharma companies to launch drugs in the market much faster and at a cheaper rates as well. So also one more important thing is it can also eliminate human error. So marketing strategies. So now coming to the marketing strategies, the phase 4 trials where we try to give post-marketing surveillance will be done, right? So for that, we try to map the customer journey, thereby allowing companies to see which marketing technique led visitors to their site and ultimately push the converted visitors to purchase from them. So marketing strategies, how we can market and how useful it is going to be when we try to market a particular drug, and is it going to be effective for a particular condition or not, can be done. And pharma companies can focus on marketing strategies that lead to most conversions and increased revenues. AI tools can also analyze post-marketing campaigns and compare the results to identify which campaigns remain the most profitable area. So see, even the post-marketing campaigns can be checked out and try to find out which is going to be much effective and which is more profitable for reducing the losses, monetary losses. So this is also going to help in reducing the time and saving money. So, and also it accurately predicts the success or failure rate of marketing campaigns. So this is about marketing strategies. So these are some of the applications which are usually done in pharmaceutical companies, where artificial intelligence is much of a required tool. So as you can see, there are so many applications which I'll be dealing with, but whatever I'm speaking today is very less because the topic is very vast. So I'm trying to cover as much as possible in a very brief manner so that everybody understands what exactly are the applications of AI in pharmaceutical companies. So here you see this Polaris market research. So this is a company where they did a research and they came to a conclusion that from 2022 to 2029, because of artificial intelligence in the pharmaceutical market, the compound annual growth rate, that is called as CAGR, it has raised up to 31.2%. So here you can see in this market value in 2021, the market size value was around 859.1 million US dollars. But in 2029, the predicted marketing strategy, which is going to increase the growth rate, annual growth rate of a particular company or particular applications or whatever they're trying to do. So it is around 7,147.2 million US dollars. So you can see there is a huge difference. And I'm not just talking about this market, and the main companies were Pfizer, Nvidia, Novartis, AstraZeneca, all those companies are having this particular market size, which is going to be helpful. And by region also, they have told how much it is helpful in a particular region or not. So basically, the application of different types, drug discovery, precision medicine, all the things can be taken care of. The technologies and the hardware, software which are they're offering, and the clouds, everything, all that are being taken care of by the market, pharmaceutical market, which can be helpful and which can increase the amount of profits and in an effective manner in the industry and also it is going to be helpful in the outside market, in the general population also, so to reduce the costs of the treatment. So here, as I told, the Polaris Biotechnology, it's a clinical diagnostic market research report where you can see different continents, where North America, Europe, Asia Pacific, Latin America, Middle East and Africa, all of them are having a crazy and it's a exponential growth of market size by the end of 2029. So artificial intelligence mainly it has started during 2017-18 itself in a full-fledged manner. So they are giving a approximate period of around 22 years for a particular thing to happen. But see, right now in 2017 to 2023, not much of a difference is there. But after 2023, from 2024, we are going in a very increased manner of the market size. So where artificial intelligence is going to help us in a very crucial manner and in a very effective manner. So this is a source is the Polaris market research analysis, which was done, and very much validated research analysis, where they have taken analysis from all the big companies, big pharma companies like Nvidia, Novartis, Novo Nordisk, AstraZeneca, Pfizer, all the companies. And coming to drug adherence and dosage. So identify the right amounts of drug intake to ensure the safety of drug consumers. And it also helps to monitor the patients during clinical trials, but also suggests the right amount of dosage at regular intervals. And AI is also expected to improve the current candidate selection processes for clinical trials through faster assessments and identification of best patients for a given trial. So here you can see, even during clinical trials, where we try to find out the safety, efficacy, or pharmacokinetic properties which are being taken into consideration of from healthy volunteers to diseased patients. So we can find out with this AI algorithms to know whether the amount of dosage or drug dosage which are given at regular intervals is correct or not, and we can try to find out the dosage for and also the dosage duration and dosage intervals also can be tried to be set for the particular diseased condition for a given trial. So experts can harness the power of AI to provide more valuable information from the data provided for their patients. So this includes like MRI images, mammograms, other different n number of laboratory investigations, invasive techniques, non-invasive techniques like CT, MRI, X-rays, all the data, whatever data. So now the main thing is data is the future. Data is money. So data is that important, and we're trying to find out this data, and we are trying to incorporate this data into artificial intelligence and trying to find out different algorithms so that we can help in better drug adherence and dosage intervals or dosage which can be given, how much amount of dose is given, and to what age group we can give. All that can be calculated with the help of this artificial intelligence. So here in this diagram, you can see the clinical trials. So where we can talk about the regulatory submissions, the data analysis, data management, study design, study setup, trial management, all the things which can be helped with the help of this artificial intelligence. So this submission is what is required, and the study design, the study setup, the trial, the supply, everything. So in this picture, you can see n number of applications of AI. So this is how it is going to help us in the clinical trials, and how much where we can site selection can be done, different types of patients which we recruit, are they responding to the treatment or not, are we having failure of treatment, are we having drug in compliance of the drug, and the data analysis, which interim analysis can be done, then all types of analysis can be done, and this is how in the clinical trial AI is used. And coming to this pharmacokinetic applications, where we, in the phase 1 we mainly focus about pharmacokinetic properties, where we take care of area under the curve, the Cmax, Tmax, that is the maximum concentration and the maximum time taken to attain the maximum concentration of the drug. So all that can be with the help of this PBPK model simulations, and the pharmacokinetic properties, the brain exposure. Normally now for this they have just taken a drug which is involved in the brain, where the concentration of the drug is studied in the brain. And see, we can see that there is a crossbreed and there is a genetic algorithm. So with this algorithm is going to go inside the input, and it is going to encode. And after this, we can find out the de novo design of the particular things, and it is going to decode, and molecular descriptors can be done, and QSAR machine learning techniques where the neural networks are all combined and try to find out the pharmacokinetic properties from whatever distribution. Mainly pharmacokinetics is what the body does to the drug. So where we talk about absorption, distribution, metabolism, and excretion. So all the pharmacokinetic properties which can be put as a data for a particular disease condition, what treatment we are giving. For that, we are trying to find out these algorithms, and we are trying to come to a conclusion where how much amount of drug is required for the particular patient or particular individual or a particular population, where we get the best or the maximum therapeutic output or benefit. So these are some of the applications where broad applications which are done in pharmaceutical industries. And as I told, this pharmacokinetic applications, the BA/BE studies, all the crossover designs, then the all types of study designs where the randomization of the patients, the study participants recruiting, all that can be done with the help of artificial intelligence. That is what I want to tell about the applications. So how it is going to help, how it is going to be helpful in our healthcare setups, and what are the advantages and disadvantages. So the pros of this is, as I am being telling you, it is going to give us good amount of results, better decision making, then disease diagnosis efficiency is more, then treatment time can be cut in half, then integration of information can be done, then reduce unnecessary hospital visits, and also create time-saving administrative duties. So this is how, these are the pros of artificial intelligence in healthcare. Coming to, definitely there if there is an advantage, definitely there will be a disadvantage. So coming to the concerns regarding privacy and security that can be lost in artificial intelligence, then lack of curated healthcare data. See, now what happens in our country right now, the research where you try to find out different articles. So most of the articles are not that much legit, or it cannot be taken into account of, because there are a lot of faking of data where we try to publish fake data, try to find out what is not required for the thing. So that can be a disadvantage for us compared to other Western countries. Or I don't want to tell so it's bad, but this is how what is running in the country. So we need to develop better research, and we need to give more amount of true research results for the healthcare benefit. And because of that, these algorithms might change, and it can lead to different results also. So high initial capital investment will be there. Definitely, it is costly. Artificial intelligence is not a normal thing. It is very costly, because right now it is a starting stage. So definitely, maybe down the line, 10 years or 20 years later, it might become less. But right now, there is a good amount of capital investment should be done. And there will be lack of interoperability, then reluctance from staff to embrace AI, and then there is potential for increased unemployment. Yeah, that is what the last thing, which is very important, where we are trying to see different companies are having very good amount of layoffs of humans because of AI chatbots. Different industries where we are Amazon, Flipkart, Google, everywhere there are a lot of layoffs happening because of AI. And small startups also, they're trying to do the layoff, because it is going to do, if a human is going to do at a pace of 3 hours, this AI is going to do it in just 3 minutes. So it is more faster and more efficient. So this is the power of AI, which can also be a disadvantage for our for all the different employees or employers. So the most important talk of my day is these recent trends, where I tell what is running in our country and what is running in around the globe, how they are incorporating this artificial intelligence in this application in the pharmaceutical industry. So mainly these were some of the notable breakthrough which has occurred in pharma industry. So here you can see in 2019, where we have something called as deep genomics. They found some novel targets and oligonucleotide candidate for Wilson's disease in patients under 18 months. Sorry, Wilson's disease in just 1.5 years. So this was required where AI is been taken in consideration, and where the deep genomics talks about the algorithms where how a new target or a novel target can be found out within just 1.5 years. Normally, it takes around a drug discovery process takes around 7 to 12 years, but for a particular novel target or a new chemical entity to come, it will take any day more than 3 years or 4 years. So that is being reduced in deep genomics, where they found out the DNA mutation and they try to put the data in the computer and they found out the effect on proteins. And here in this is very important, that is in silico medicine. So they are the huge contributors of AI right now, where they found out this potent DDR1 kinase inhibitors for a particular disease within 21 days. So see, a target is done and the compound has been identified and it is going for target validation within 21 days with the help of AI. So how good it is. So normally it takes a lot of time. So minimum it shows 46 days, but it is already taken 21 days with the help of this AI. And Google DeepMind, as I told in the initial slides of my presentation, AlphaFold is one of the application where AlphaFold 2 is under functioning, where different protein structure, the metabolomics, the proteomics, the protein structures, the protein database, the DNA database, all the things are stored, and easily within no time we can find out the target. We just put the compound and we'll get to know whether the ligand is going to act on the target or not. And Peptilogics, this is also one of the company where they generated AI to predict peptides that bind to arbitrary proteins, even given only a protein's primary sequence, unlocking peptide drug design for established and novel targets. So here you can see there is a regional distribution where artificial intelligence, the amount of capital which has been put. So here you can see the maximum amount right now is in US, that is around 53.31%. Then we have the Europe, then we have UK, then Canada, then Asia, then China, then Australia and Middle East area countries. So these are the amount of distribution of different regions where AI is being taken into consideration, and they're putting more funds or more amount of capital towards them for better drug discovery. So we all faced a pandemic in 2020 where there was a book which has been created, that is artificial intelligence in COVID-19. So just a brief thing about that is, with the help of machine learning and deep learning, with all the characteristics, see, you can see lab indicators, ultrasound images, x-rays, CT scans, electronic medical records, clinical characteristics, all this is been put under the data, and with the help of machine learning and deep learning, we could diagnose or try to find out different biological targets, new targets for the treatment. So it was under so much of clinical trials. The drug repurposing was done with different drugs like hydroxychloroquine, ivermectin, then different monoclonal antibodies. All that was trying to be investigated with the help of AI during 2020 itself. So, but now, right now, more amount of applications are coming. But for COVID-19, they had started doing the diagnosis for COVID-19 at that time itself. Yeah, so this one is where we talk about different pharmaceutical companies where they're trying to invest. So here you can see in this particular pyramid where the big pharma companies in the first quarter of 2023, they have given deals to different companies or different artificial intelligence companies where they try to find out their particular biological targets. They're trying to find out, and they're trying to use artificial intelligence for drug discovery process.
Dr. Karthik, unmute yourself. No, unmute yourself, Dr. Karthik.
Am I audible now?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. And top 10 AI in pharma companies where they have invested so much amount of money. So you can see this Verily, where they have invested around 3.5 billion US dollars, and Tempus were 1.35 billion dollars. Then respectively, all types of companies, they have tried to invest this much amount of money for AI. Yeah. So this is one of the things where Mitsui and NVIDIA announced Japan's first generative AI supercomputer for pharmaceutical industry. So this was a supercomputer which was introduced in Japan, where leading pharma companies in Japan will be using Tokyo One NVIDIA DGX supercomputer. So this is a supercomputer where all deep learning, the data sets, the algorithms, then machine learning techniques, all the neural networks, all the data, protein structures, metabolites, DNA structures, gene profiling, all that is been stored in the supercomputer. And this supercomputer is going to help in accelerating the drug discovery with the help from the beginning, from target identification to your phase 4 clinical trials, where we can try to accelerate it and try to increase the amount of efficient drug discovery process. So yeah, I just wanted to uh, give an introduction about this person who is a founder CEO of In Silico Medicine. His name is Alex Shavanakov. So he found out he is the leader of next generation artificial intelligence technologies for drug discovery and biomarker development. So he is the main person where In Silico Medicine company, they recently found out, just in 2023, they came out with a product that is INSO 18055. That is a compound where completely the drug discovery was done with the help of artificial intelligence. There was no uh, involvement of humans at all the target validation, the lead optimization, the target identification, everything was done up to the stage of new chemical entity. Artificial intelligence was used for the condition of idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis, which is the novel AI generated design. So he is the CEO of it, and I want to show all of you a video where how his lab works and how he has demonstrated his complete drug discovery process. So now this particular compound is in second phase 2 trials, where now human trials are also started for the particular condition, that is idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis. So I'll just go off the slides and I'll just show the video what exactly how the AI works and how robotics and AI is going to integrate and going to help us in decreasing the time for drug discovery process. Just tell me when the video works. Is the video visible, Dr. Raghu?
Yes. Yes, it is visible.
Okay, cool. So this in silico medicine, the company where they tried to find out this particular product, how they have come. I'll just show how they have. It is a really nice video. Just look through it, and I'll just slowly tell you what exactly it is. So he is the CEO, that is Alex Shevnakav. So this is his robotics lab, AI robotics lab for drug discovery process and molecular target identification and validation. So this is how the video where he has created, where he has shown his entire lab, how this exactly the drug discovery process he has done with the help of AI. So here you can see these robotic instruments where they. So what exactly is it? I'll tell you. Yeah. So basically here, what exactly he has done here is, this place is called as the sample intake room. So where the samples, mainly now in this particular video, he has shown the targets for colon cancer targets, and he has put lot of amount of colon cancer cell lines and compounds which has been shown in this particular video, where the samples are kept inside. So this is the first compartment where the things happen, where this is called as the sample intake room. So as you can see here, the samples are trying to be found out, and they're trying to be completely diversified, and they're nicely done. So now here you can see this is the second compartment. From the first compartment, it enters to the second compartment, that is called as autonomous gauged vehicle. So where it performs three tasks. Okay. So basically, first one is the imaging station. So imaging station where high quality images are taken into consideration. Where this is the second component. As you can see, these are the high resolution images where he is where the cell culture, the cell counts with the help of fluorescence technique, all that is being incorporated in this particular station. And later this is being one more sample, one more part where it goes to the incubators. So later this is going to go to the incubators, where the sample or the target is being kept in incubators, and PCR is done and try to find amplify the amount of cell lines or other cell culture methods. So amplification of the compounds are done. So, and the next one is what he's showing here is something called as NGS, that is next generation sequencing, where RNA templates, then methylation, then sequencing is done in this particular station. The RNA templates, then the methylation and the sequencing is done. So now robotics has done its work now. So now this robotics, whatever it is done, right? So now it is going to go and it is going to feed into the computer, the data. So that is where the data is been going to the artificial intelligence supercomputers. So here, when he has done this, and when it has gone to the artificial intelligence, when it has gone to the supercomputers, he has validated some targets. He has taken 5 targets as a novel target, and he has taken compounds at around 8,000 to 10,000 compounds. He has taken for validation, target validation. So he has taken 5 targets for colon cancer. So this is one of his experiment which he has done in a period of around 4 days, 4 to 14 days. That's all. So this is how faster AI works. So how sophisticated his lab is, and he's one of the major stakeholders of artificial intelligence. So this is how the compounds. These are the compounds which are kept. The 8,000 to 10,000 compounds where they do the high throughput screening, where target validation is done. So, and he is telling how much amount of time we are taking to do it. That he is explaining, and how much amount of artificial intelligence is used. So this thing will happen for 2 cycles at least. So after the second cycle, it completes the process, and artificial intelligence, the supercomputers, gives the result. So as you can see, he is discussing what kind of algorithms to be used with the help of scientists, and the basic thing is it is end to end. There are no humans which are entering that lab at all. So basically it is completely done by robotics and artificial intelligence. So where no humans are involved in this. And he also did an experiment to check whether humans are faster or robotics or AI is faster. And he came, obviously we know that definitely this is more faster and it is more efficient. So this is one of his tour in his lab. So he was actually, it's a Hong Kong based biotech company. So I guess the video was clear. I guess it was helpful for you guys to understand better how AI works and how it is employed towards drug design. So, and this is one of eHealth magazines where Dr. Vishal Raj Garhia, he is a director of Fine Cure Pharmaceuticals Limited. So he has spoken, he has given this question answer session in the eHealth magazine, that is Enterprise of Healthcare. So he has told the first question which was asked for him was, what are the factors driving the growth of Indian pharma industry? So now we can see the prime growth drives the pharma industry, support from the government, digital transformation, cost effectiveness, improved and low cost production, and huge and a qualified workforce. So he is telling with the help of AI, we could able to achieve so many things in the industry, and regulatory affairs, all the things can be done very fast. So artificial intelligence is becoming popular across all industries. So do you think AI is playing an imperative role in the pharma sector? If yes, how? So what he tries to tell is artificial intelligence is the future of pharma, and it is here to stay. So it can bring down costs, enhance patient care, foster profitable innovation, and improve business outcomes across the value chain. And with the growing technology penetration in the industry, what are the trends and innovations taking place in the Indian pharmaceutical industry? So there are many new trends that have greatly impacted the pharma industry, especially since the advent of COVID. So as I told you, right, the from the era of COVID, that is 2018 to 2019, the thing started in an exponential manner. The usage of artificial intelligence, virtually changing its face forever. And prime among them is the use of artificial intelligence hasten the discovery and production of new medications and therapies at considerably reduced costs, which help in increasing productivity and improving efficiency. So this is his take on artificial intelligence. So just give a brief about what was his opinion towards artificial intelligence. So here, as I mentioned in the previous slides, that is computer-aided drug designs. So here, these are some of the tools which are used for the particular functions. So as you can see, different types on the left-hand side, where names of all the tools are given here, like computer, ODDT, organic, deep chem, deep neural net QSAR, then neural graph fingerprints, hit dexter, NNS score, and deep tox. So all these were computer assisted tools where where they were used for different applications, like reporting any chemical synthesis, for molecular modeling, whatever I told, for drug discovery process. Then drug discovery predictions, molecular activity, novel target finding, all that, protein structure, protein ligand interactions, and prediction of toxicity, which is also very important. The deep tox, that is the last one, where adverse reactions and toxicity features of a particular drug is being taken care of, and the algorithms are set such that we'll get to know what kind of adverse effects it can occur with protein ligand interactions in our body. So the human data is stored, and the different types of data are stored to find out the toxicological aspects of the particular particular conditions. So here, these are some drug delivery systems where it was found out with the help of AI. So as you can see, different drugs like ibuprofen sustained release tablet, cellulose derivatives, then novel granulated pellet containing tablets and traditional pellet containing tablets. Then ultrasonic release of drug from liposomes. Then doxycycline hydroxypropyl inclusion complex, all other types, nanospheres, nanoparticles, ophthalmic flexible nanoliposomes of pilocarpine, floating tablets of rosiglitazone, then nifedipine osmotic release tablets, then gelatin nanoparticles of diclofenac sodium. So these were the different drug delivery systems which could be found out, and which was validated with the help of AI. So these were some of the algorithms which are used and try to find out newer drug delivery systems, and a very useful thing about finding out new drug delivery systems, because we need more amount of new drug delivery systems to increase the drug absorption, the pharmacokinetic property of a drug. So normally almost orally, we cannot give so many drugs IV, so many drugs orally. So different formulations has to be formed for developing better therapeutic outcome of a particular disease. So all that is being taken care of by AI. So yeah, definitely when there are so many pros and cons, definitely there will be some challenges at this particular stage in 2023 up to 2023. So currently the key challenges in drug discovery are related to chemical structures, like toxicity, side effects, or even intellectual property. So choosing the right drug target or the appropriate dosage for a specific patient subpopulation is a very big challenge, which has to be overcome with the help of AI, which we can do it in the future time also. And despite major advances in clinical pharmacology, the resolving of late preclinical and clinical data remains a critical issue, blocking the deployment of AI bar machine learning technologies. So this is what, though we have so much of clinical pharmacological aspects, the preclinical and the clinical data is not much given properly to the pharmaceutical industry to employ artificial intelligence. So that might be a challenge. And also, pharmaceutical industry, they don't share pharmacokinetic and dynamic properties of a particular candidate drugs or their combinations. So which can be a challenge for the data. So this has to be a little bit transparent, and legal aspects, everything has to be taken care of. And some things where it will be benefited to the healthcare, we can give some info, we can try to inform or tell the pharmaceutical industries to have a network of data, so that everyone is benefited, and everyone can use the data for drug discovery. So that can be effective. So that is one of the major challenges which we come across, because of the competition, because of the amount of patents to be taken. All that is very, very important. So that will be a big challenge. So only a small fraction of a drug discovery data overall is available for training. So data, that's what, as I told, data is very, very important. So the amount of data what we have is not sufficient yet. We need to gain more data. We need to have more algorithms created, so that we can find out more amount of novel targets for a disease. So nonetheless, there is no doubt that clinical development is currently moving through major transformation, and that the usage of AI bar machine learning is accelerating. So we can say that though there are so many challenges, machine learning and artificial intelligence is the process of that is acceleratingly increasing, and the amount of applications are used is already been implicated in so many different fields. So I just want to summarize my talk by telling that where and all AI can be used. So one thing main is drug development. Second one is, as I told, the pharmacokinetic properties, by designing the drug administration route to know the absorption, distribution, metabolism, and excretion. So all that can be studied. And prediction of drug treatment outcome, to know the treatment outcome, and characterizing of drug ADME profile. And also drug delivery system improvement can be done. As I told, so many tools have come, and so many drug delivery systems are being produced with the help of AI. And drug combination selection. So right now we have different diseases like tuberculosis, HIV, where we have FDCs. So for those kind of particular diseases where we require FDCs, drug combination studies can be done, and it can be validated with the help of AI. And also drug dose optimization can be done. So to if we want to give a patient, if we want to give a pediatric patient this amount of dose, if it is safe and it is in the therapeutic range, so for that, to know particular what is the steady state levels, the loading dose, whatever the maintenance dose, then toxic doses, all everything can be calculated with the help of AI. So that is the power of AI. And you can see there are so many applications of AI in drug development process, where we can use everywhere. And yes, definitely this is the future of pharma companies, where we can do efficient production of drugs for a particular disease, or even we can even find out drugs for rare diseases, or production of orphan drugs, and mainly the biosimilars or the biologics, where it is extensively used for all kinds of autoimmune disorders, asthma, then other conditions, so many chronic conditions, where we can find out novel targets. So basically, this is what I want to tell about in my talk. And I want to tell you, this is a very vast topic, and I try to cover as much as possible. And I think I gave my best for this. So these are some of my references which I have taken for the particular presentation. And yeah, thank you so much for your attention. And over to you, Dr. Raghu. And if you have any doubts, you can please ask me.
Any questions, please? Can ask.
Yes, Dr. Karthik.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening.
Yeah, it was overall very nice presentation presented by you. That you covered all aspects of artificial intelligence as far as drug discovery and pharmacological aspects are concerned. Three
Yeah.
questions just I have related to the presentation. First question, just I would like to ask you that could you please tell me in brief about that neural network actually? What exactly that neural network means? First question.
Uh, Mainly, neural networks are something like there are data which are mined, and they have already formed a particular network, different kinds of algorithms where there is a deep set of data where it is been already analyzed and it is already been kept. Other than machine learning, deep learning technique is more, as the word itself tells, it is deep. So the neural networks where we find out what exactly we require. So normally, now we'll take an example. So we want a target and ligand which has to bind to a target or a particular receptor. So we need to know what exactly are the protein ligand interactions which can be done. So this particular neural networks are having that data mined already. They have all the data has been covered in that, and then they're integrated so that normally if we just even put a protein, especially this QSAR, that is structure activity relationship, the software where the deep neural networks are used for particularly protein ligand interactions. So I guess it is more concise and more better understanding than machine learning. So it is a much validated process which can be done for artificial intelligence.
Okay. Second question I would like to ask you, as we all know that actually US FDA recently has banned actually the animal model. Right now, they have already
Yes.
banned that.
Yeah.
Okay, for the preclinical
Yeah.
trials. So, could you please tell me that how AI will overtake this actually, as far as in preclinical trials we used to do animals models and these things.
Yeah. So okay, I'll be telling you exactly what happened. Recently, 1 week back, I actually work in Dayanand Sagar Medical College. There we had a CME. So there we got different kinds of speakers where we had one speaker who spoke about AlphaFold 2. So it is a software where the protein interactions, the protein structure database is been already mined and everything is been kept there. And with the help of this in silico techniques, before going for preclinical trials, these in silico models, the computer aided designs are already ready and it has been done so that before going to preclinical studies, in silico models will tell us whether we can go ahead to the animal studies or not. Now, normally it is banned in all the institutions, but still in the pharmaceutical companies, in the R&D, in the research and development areas, still animal this ones are animal models are used, but now they are using something like alternate to animal models. So where in silico models are used, that is being more accelerated towards than using animals because of the new CCSCA guidelines and other ethical aspects. So in silico models are better used, and then we can go either we can go to the animal modeling or not. Will already tell by in silico models itself.
Okay, thank you. And the last question, just I would like to ask, just you mentioned one software actually, Deep Talks, which is useful for detecting the adverse effect, right? So,
Which one,
could you
sir?
please,
Deep talks. Yeah, deep talks. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, for the
Hmm.
adverse effect. So, could you please tell me that what would be the procedure actually, as far as the AI is concerned? What sort of
Uh,
exactly that
uh,
procedure for detecting that actually?
yeah. So I'm not that much aware about the deep talks yet, but what I have read about deep talks is it tries to mine the previous data. See, right now we have a drug in calcium channel blockers. If we take a amlodipine, it causes ankle edema. With the help of that data and the molecular target, whatever we are going to find out novel targets, it might be similar. So that time, that data mined, whatever we are having, right, that will be incorporated into that software, that is deep tox. It is a AI tool where it can predict a novel drug adverse effects, or how much amount of therapeutic dose, how much amount of toxic dose, what is exact toxic dose for the particular drug or a particular new drug, and to know whether it can cause adverse effects after this level or not. So that is exactly what the deep tox is, but not I don't know exactly what it is. It is still in the running process. Still, it is not in the applications yet. So it is still in the discovery process.
Okay, means is it totally goes with the determination of pre data actually, which has already been there.
Yes, definitely. This
Okay, okay,
deep tox takes care of previous data.
okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much
Yeah,
for
thank
your
you so
input.
much. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Piyush. Yes, Dr. Samiksha.
Hel- Yeah, good evening, Dr. Karthik.
Good evening, madam.
Uh, yeah, this was a very intellectual session conducted by you.
Thank
I
you.
just have a few questions related to the challenges considering AI technology in drug development process. So, can there be what kind of ethical issues can arise if we substitute artificial intelligence by manpower?
Exactly. The thing is, right now, what I told in the challenges, where the data, if we have a missed data or if we have a wrong data, artificial intelligence can give us wrong results. So that is the most important ethical aspect of artificial intelligence. So normally AI takes information from much better validated sources, but not just telling that, but because it also validates from other journals, the articles, the literatures, everything. So if we have that discrepancy, it can have that ethical aspect as well. And the correct amount cannot be the correct dosage, or what correct uh, what do you say, the exact amount of dosage regimen to be given or a particular drug to be discovered can hamper it. So that can be an ethical aspect of that. And other than that, right now the regulations for AI is not exactly been given anywhere properly, but
Yeah.
they are actually finding it in the pharma company. They are already trying to give different regulations, and they're forming regulations, and it might come sooner, the regulations, the exact regulations of artificial intelligence. Now it is in the
So,
pre-development stage. So now, though there is usage of artificial intelligence, different countries like Japan, Hong Kong, already they are much ahead of us. So they are
yeah.
already, they have created some legal principles, then the ethical aspects are done, and then they're performing from supercomputers. So yeah, I guess that is exactly what I
Yeah.
want to tell.
I wanted to ask about the confounding factors which can be present in
Yes,
terms
madam.
of AI.
The actually the confounding factors, right? As I told, this
Yeah.
AlphaFold 2 software is there, right? So that software is having that protein ligand interactions. So it can also detect two ligands of a particular receptor or a particular target. So even
Okay.
confounding factors in diabetes, if a patient is diabetic, and if a patient is a smoker and he's having a high cholesterol levels, those are some of the confounding factors which you can come. So definitely all that data can be put into the machine learning, and the algorithms can be set accordingly, and then we can come to a conclusion also. Definitely we can put the confounding factors. So that kind of amount of machine learning, the deep learning techniques are there. Networks are available where the data is been nicely put into different segments to particularly we get the exact result, or at least the accurate result.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Samiksha.
Uh, is there any chat where there is
Is there any questions? I think Dr.
Any
Shumur
any
also wanted to
questions?
ask question. Yes, sir. Dr. Shumurthy, sir, please. You can speak, sir.
Sir, your microphone is on. You can speak. Okay. Anybody else wants to ask me anything? I tried to cover as much as possible, and it was a very brief thing, and there's a lot of things to be learned in detail. But this is how much AI is used in the pharmaceutical industry. Maybe later stages, even it can even develop a better thing.
Yes, sir.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
yes,
We can hear you, sir.
Okay. So what I was saying that congratulations, Karthik. Very good presentation.
Thank you, sir.
So what I actually I wanted to tell you that as far as what we have come across, even though they say that it is banned, means they say that without animal experiments the data is accepted, but sometimes I think that like every aspect of life or cell functions may not be able to currently we will not be able to explore through the artificial intelligence as of now. I think still more progress need to be done. So that's why
Okay, sir.
what is happening is it is hand in hand. Hand in hand, there will be cell lines will be used or animal studies are going on as of now. But I hope that over a period of time, once our systems are more intelligent, able to predict everything, maybe they will waive off the complete animal experiments.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your guidance, and definitely with the help of you only, I was able to do this.
Thank you. Yeah, it's
Thank
your
you.
work
Thank you,
actually.
sir.
So I appreciate
Yes.
your work. Good job.
Thank you,
So
sir. Thank you, sir.
I was there throughout the presentation. Only I was busy with some other work, but it was
Okay.
nice. I was there throughout the program. Good.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yes, it was a wonderful presentation, Dr. Karthik. Hope I think there is no questions, so we can yes, Vignam.
Yes.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, that was a nice presentation.
Thank you.
Sir, being a pharma resident, what extra push-ups or additional things we have to add upon to enter into pharma industry?
Actually, to be honest, I'm not the exact person to speak about this, but definitely as a pharma resident, mainly during your PG days, right, we will not have that much amount of exposure towards pharma industry. So
Sir.
that is
Will-
where we are lacking
Maybe I
behind. We are
can add
just,
you. I can help you, Karthik.
yes, sir. Please share, sir. Please share your opinion.
Yeah. So I have the sufficient experience regarding pharma companies and other work. So what I can say that as a senior resident, I suggest you to do more and more presentations. More and more presentations. Try to learn better way of doing the presentations. Prepare the slides in a good way, and get into the very good articles that are research articles. Maybe you can catch hold of one therapeutic area. Try to have a expertise in one therapeutic area, so that which is of good, of your interest, so that when you go to pharma company as a like a job aspirant, then you will have sufficient knowledge to impress on the the to the recruiters, maybe a director clinical operations, or maybe a director of medical affairs. They will be reviewing your case, maybe your profile, and they will be asking questions in detail about that particular therapeutic area. So at that time, if you are confident, if you are able to give confidence to the recruiters, they will definitely take you into their team. Most important, what I can say, that you need to be a very good team player, and you need to definitely you should have that business acumen. What is the customer focus is most important, like what the customers requires, and readiness to learn, interest to learn, readiness to accept the changes, interest to mingle with the people, present yourself in a good way, go with the proper etiquettes, work with the team, and join like give more importance to your work, and be ready to travel. So all these are the some of the additional qualities you may require, and accepting to do more, accepting to do more. Most importantly, that industry does not sleep. It works on the weekends, it works on the weekdays, and in the nights also. And like demands are, like especially addressing the customers' requirements are important, and you should have sufficient knowledge about statistics, writing skills, language, good language. You should have good hold on the language. English language is definitely more important, and you should be confident. Most importantly, whenever you want to present yourself, you should be more confident with whatever the knowledge you have, and go with the skills. Like there are various kinds of profiles are available currently, like pharmacovigilance, medical writing, bioavailability, bioequivalence trials, medical affairs, then so many others. So you have to choose in which area you want to go. So accordingly, as a senior resident, I think that you should, during your PG 3 years, you should do additional courses also, maybe pharmacovigilance, medical writing, clinical research, GCP. In addition to it, you should present more number of seminars, attend almost all, like all of you are lucky now. So many conferences are happening, so many works are so much of work is going on, workshops are going on. So you should utilize all these opportunities, move around, mingle with people, learn from the seniors, learn from the juniors, learn from the industry professionals and the professors, whoever is like wherever you get opportunity. I think all these will add you to become a better professional in future. Maybe challenges definitely will be there, but you should be good in computers, using softwares. AI is definitely alternative, like this artificial intelligence, chat GPT, whatever the tools are available, like even Zoom, managing the conference through online mode. It's not a simple thing. It's a lot of work, lot of preparation is required in doing all these. This is the way our future will be. Our life will be like this in future. So we should be ready for both online, offline meetings, and be available for learning. And I would say that like we should propose ourselves to be a good team member.
Okay,
I
thank you,
think,
sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Sir,
you for
thank
your
you, sir.
wonderful brief description, sir. Yes,
Dr. Jayashree
I
is
think
having a
Dr.
doubt.
Jayashree.
Unmute.
Ma'am, you can unmute yourself.
Okay. I congratulate Dr. Karthik, and I'm proud also for having a student just passed and he has got so much of knowledge in this field. and enlightening all of us. One more recommendation I can tell is in coming days, this AI is just coming. It's coming up like anything. Can be included in the curriculum of pharmacology for
Yes.
post graduation. So that step can be taken. So many steps. What he was telling, just it was all imaginary. Hope in coming days we get such more and more talks, as already Dr. Shivamurthy sir has told. We'll recommend also through this forum, we can recommend authorities to include this AI in drug designing and drug discovery. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Dr. Manmeet.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes, you are audible.
I just wanted to say so many applications of artificial intelligence in regards to pharmacology have been mentioned. Thank you for that and enlightening us regarding all these fears. But since the CBME curriculum also includes in the undergraduate days for the elective modules, so we had some students turning up. So we also try to introduce the role of artificial intelligence in pharmacology. But we were not very successful in looking for some free softwares. Can you suggest some free softwares in which we can uh, enlighten the students at least at the undergraduate level what is actually artificial
Actually,
intelligence?
right now the free softwares, the properly developed free softwares are not available because it is under the patent protection. So normally this Google DeepMind, then Peptologics, then AlphaFold 2, they are
Please could
they
you
are the
repeat
ones
it
who are
again?
creating these AI softwares. So free software you can find, but I don't think it is that properly validated. For demonstration, I can suggest you, I can give you some links for that, but right now I'm not having the exact links. Please ping me, madam. I'll send it to you,
Thank
whichever free softwares are available.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Dr. Sushma
Hello?
P has a question. Hello.
Hello, Karthik?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma. It was a good presentation.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you
You've
so
done
much.
the good job. Yes, ma. Keep it up. So your
Thank you, ma'am.
presentation made the things better. So provide the link and we'll share the link even and we'll make the things better.
Okay,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma.
Thank you.
But the teamwork we build
Thank you
up.
so much, ma'am.
Yes, ma. Good. Nice, Raghu. Keep it up. ಅವನು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಿಲ್ಲ.
Okay, I guess Dr. Sushma has a question. Can you please unmute her? Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, Dr. Sushma.
Hello. Hello. Hi, sir. Hi, am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, thank you, sir. It was a great session. I have one doubt. Like artificial intelligent application in remote monitoring of the patient, as you said, it will reduce the patient visits to the hospital. What are the artificial intelligence error that can occur? So it will interfere in our treatment as such.
Mainly, what happens there here is in remote locations. Normally, if in remote locations, if we don't have, if a patient is not having a proper availability of a mobile phone or a smartphone, so that is where a glitch can happen. So that one major thing which can occur in remote locations. But coming to the city areas, the urban areas, the semi-urban areas, normally this remote patient monitoring is been where subdivisions are done
Okay.
of a pharmaceutical company. They have already done subdivisions where they have employed different team leaders for a particular region or a district, where they try to gather the data. So if when you take places like villages or very remote areas, that can be a disadvantage. So that can be one of major what do you say, whatever you told, the negative impact of remote patient monitoring.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much. So can we close the session? Dr. Raghu, can we close the session? Thank you so much, everyone. We will be updating you if we have any other webinars in the upcoming days. So I would like to thank everyone who have attended this webinar, and hope I have made justice to my presentation. Thank you so much.